Hey, what's up, guys? Just one second. Let me actually turn this music down just a little bit for you. Okay, now, what's up, guys? Um, I'm getting all kinds of messages and everything. Okay, deck profile for you. This is the deck that I ran at two different regionals. Back to back. It was the same exact build on both regionals, except for the extra deck, which I will talk about. Actually, I only swapped one card. But no worries. This is pretty much the same exact build. You know, how I done as far as how I performed. I play pretty poorly, but I ended up going X2 the first regionals, and I had to play a teammate, and he got the win. So I pretty much just dropped, and I just traded and just played for fun the rest of the time. The second one was in Knoxville, and what ended up happening there was I was at the top table. I was like table like 11. You know, I was gonna be probably in the top 16, and because of the new rule where your extra deck has to be the same color sleeve, same kind of sleeves as your side and your main deck, I ended up drawing an extra deck card, which was supposed to be a warning, which was I was informed that it was going to either be a warning or the first, you know, it was just a warning. The first time, nothing happens. It was we were going into game 3. I just played a really hard game against spellbooks, and game 2 and 3 are the easiest games for me because I have side, and side's what handles them the best. And I draw an extra deck card, and the guy, I was like, hey, you mind if I just put in my extra deck and just draw another card? It's the only card that I accidentally shuffled in. It's like the rest are here. And he immediately just calls Judge, and so I got screwed. And but you know, that's beside the point. You know, shit happens, whatever. I mean, it sucks, but you know, I won't do it now. I won't make that mistake again. Okay. Anyways, go ahead and get into the deck profile. Obviously, I did play Blackwings. The obligatory 3 Shura. Triple Bora. You're on the triple Kalute. It's all obvious. 2 Blizzard. This card clogs terribly. And so does Sirocco. I love both these cards, especially the Blizzard. Blizzard's amazing. I love him. But they clog really bad, so I don't run more than 2 of each. The Gale, a Zephyros, and a Vayu. Vayu's really good. Sometimes you want to run more than one, sometimes you don't want to run him at all. You know, it happens, but you should run at least one Vayu because of Shura. So, I do run the one of. And probably one of the best cards, like, at both weekends was the Dark Armed. Dark Armed, just, you know, dropping Dark Armed for days. Also main decked 3 Max C, and Max C done wonderful. If you played against a deck that never special summoned, the thing is that even if they special summon once, Max C would replace itself. So it became a better version of Upstart Goblin. And, so I mean, I wasn't going to complain about, you know, maining 3 Max C. Like, it did fine. Like, you know, if I played against Dark Worlds or something, even though I could 1-for-1 with it, I would just side them out. It's an easy side card. But it's crucial against a dragon matchup, and I beat every single dragon. I played 7, 8, or 9, somewhere in the vicinity of 8 dragons, both weekends combined, and I only lost to one of them, and he was main decking 3 Skill Drain and 3 Trap Stun, and so I cried. That matchup really sucked. He would like set a debris and set 5 and pass. But yeah, so Max C did wonderful. You know, opening Max C against dragons always was amazing. They either stopped or you won. Like, it was one way or the other. 3 Whirlwind, obviously. You know, for consistency. Also, to help with consistency, you have an Allure of Darkness and a Cards for Black Feathers. Cards for Black Feathers did wonderful. It's like another Allure. You just can't special summon. And Triple Duality. All of this is to increase the consistency of the deck. and Book of Moon for your final spell. You don't run MST and you don't run Dark Hole. You don't run MST because of this card, triple Icarus attack, and you don't run Dark Hole because you run Torrential. If I wanted to Dark Hole, you know, if I wanted to run Dark Hole, I would be running it. You know, it just... Dark Hole creates too many awkward situations where you have it, and, you know, typically you always have board presence. Board presence is what protects you from dying, and usually if you run out of board presence and they spam the field, they're probably going to kill you. That's not always the case, but, you know, I don't like Dark Hole right now. I just don't. Too much stuff floating around that it doesn't hit well enough. Like it, you know, like Fire Kings and Draco Sack and shit like that. Like it just, you know, Ophion. Triple Phoenix Chain. This card clogged a little bit. There were some matchups where I sided it out. There's some matchups where I didn't want to and I did anyway, because I didn't have anything else to side out. The Dragon matchup is very hard to side because I don't want to take anything in this deck out because everything is good against it. I usually just end up siding out like a Book of Moon. Sometimes I'll side out Book at times if I have to, and I have another card in here that I side out that isn't that great. And I'll side out Mirror Forces, which is the next card that I'm going to show you. Yeah, these clogged a little bit. These clogged my back row against Boojins, and that's what caused me to lose to Boojins. Let's see. Okay, so I lost to Boojins and 2 spellbooks in Knoxville. And the Boojins, that's the only reason I lost is because of this and my side deck cards, which I had on board, and it really sucked. Which I'm not going to side those ever again. Not in this deck. Mirror Forces, they're great. Mass removal, you know, it's crucial. You want to have card advantage in this deck. The Torrential, which is a chainable Dark Hole. You got the Bottomless, which is great. You got the Warning, which is the best card in the game right now, and that's 40 cards. For the 41st card, I ran a Safe Zone. As far as how this done amazing. Like, Safe Zone is great. But I don't think I'm going to run it anymore, just because I just want to cut it, because sometimes I found it to be dead. But, because, you know, a lot of times you'll set it and they'll just MST before they summon anything. You know, it's usually the reaction. You know, they usually always MST before they summon. They don't want to summon into a Bottomless or something. So they always, you know, Safe Zone's okay. Like, the only times it was great was when I had Whirlwind up and I needed a search. And I would summon and they try to Bottomless or something and I'd just Safe Zone it. But, I Safe Zoned a Pallades. He, like, bounced it. It was face down. I flipped, chained, and then bounced, and it came back to my hand. Next turn, I set it, and, you know, did my plays or whatever. Next turn, he made an Omega. No, he made the Beehive, and, because I think I had Ashura, and he was going to get over it or whatever with Beehive, because I had a Kalute, and he attacked, and I didn't Kalute, so he killed it. Next turn, I flipped this on the Beehive and then returned it to hand with Zephyros and killed it. So, I mean, that was, you know, that was hysterical. But, you know, that's another thing I'd always do with that. But, I mean, it was fine, but I'm not going to run it anymore. You know, I ran it both weekends. I mean, it was just a fun tech that I wanted to try, and it did okay. You know? It's a good card. I also ran it because I do run this in the extra deck, which I am going into now. Key Beetle. I never Key Beetle locked. Not once. I never did it. I never wanted to. I just didn't want to. Too many resources just to try and Key Beetle lock. So I never did it. So I'm going to cut the Safe Zone. I ran the one of Lavalval Chain, which was phenomenal. I made that more than I did any of the other XYZs. Diamond Dyer. And Ice Beast Zero Fine. These are my answers. Roll Decree during Game 1 and Game 2 if I don't draw an AMST. But yes, as far as the Lavalval Chain goes, you know, you can stack Dark Arms, send Zephyros, send Vayu, you know, send a Sirocco for the Vayu. You know, it's really good. It was great. I made it a lot. You only run three Blackwing Synchros, Armed Wing, Armor Master, and Silverwind. You only run Silverwind for the combo, which I will show you here in a minute. I never actually make him. But I actually do make these two at times. But Those are the only Blackwing synchros you run. You don't run Graham. You can if you want. Graham's not a bad card. I just chose not to. Personal reason. I just don't like. I like it, but I'd rather run because I want to be able to run Catastor because Catastor's good, but also want Armades. I mean, if I ran 2 value, I'd run a Graham, but Armades is an amazing card. This is what I switched into that. I pulled that with the packs that I got before the tournament in Knoxville, and so I dropped Maestroke for this because I never made Maestroke. I did not make a single Maestroke. So those are your 5s for your generic 6. Psyhemoth. Psyhemoth was phenomenal. We had Orient Dragons, so it's not like I didn't have the option. Like, we have like 3 Orient Dragons. So but I chose him over Orient Dragon because you can attack into Grapha and stuff, and Draco Sack and everything. So 1 Black Rose for the 7. Obviously, Black Rose is really good. You can make him really easy in this. Just blow up the board. Black Rose is really good right now in this format. You also have the Stardust, the Scrap Dragon, the Crimson Blader. These are all your 8s, by the way, and Void Ogre. I never made Crimson Blader, and every time I made Void Ogre, I won. So, yeah, that's how that went down. But Void Ogre did really, like, if I had no cards in hand and I made him, I always won. Like, he's too good. But anyways, as far as the side deck goes, I side decked a Thunder King, which did amazing all day. I side decked Triple. I can get him over here. Sorry about that. Triple Mystical Space Typhoon. Okay, Triple MST. Yeah, I did run this Hobby League. I'm lucky I didn't get called on it or anything. But yeah, obviously you sided that in whenever you felt the need. These Macro and D Fissure, they did a lot of work, but they hurt me just as much. I knew they were going to, but I didn't know they were going to hurt me that bad. They ended up clogging my field as well in the Boojin matchup, which really sucked. I regret running these. I'm going to cut them both. Probably for an Iron Wall and a DNA Surgery. Something along those lines. But, yeah. 2D Prison. I sided those. I didn't want to main them. I didn't have the room, and they're not as good as Mirror Force. These are only single target, but I side them in against Fire Fist, Dark Worlds, and you can side them in against Boojins. There's another specific deck that I'd side them in against. This is my second time doing this profile, because last time I did it, I went on a rant about value for 5 minutes, and so it was just, the profile was clogged full of crap. So I ended up redoing it, and I still cannot remember the deck that I side these against. It's not Evil Swing. It's like, I know it's Dark Worlds, Fire Fist, and freaking, what is it? Like, I can't even remember. Like, I don't even know. But, like, Battling Boxers? Like, no, it's not it. Like, I don't know at this point. But, anyways, if you're Maxis, you played against a deck, your Maxis were dead, you wanted more back row instead of the Maxis, you could put those in. 2 Light Imprisoning Mirror. Phenomenal card. Did amazing. 2 Imperial Iron Wall. I'm going to bump it to 3. 2 Deck Devs. I never seen them. I rarely sided them. I kill water as it is. But I'm gonna leave them in here though. And the 1 Eradicator. And Eradicator, every single time I got it off, I won. Against Spellbooks, Dark Worlds, Fire Fist, Evil Swarm, Gravekeepers. Every single time this went off, I won. So it is a ridiculous card. But anyways, yeah, that's the deck. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the combo with the Silver Wind. Okay, so here's the thing. If you open up this guy and that thing, you're gonna need this and then this. Okay. Let's say we're gonna use Stardust here. You can use any generic 8. So okay, so this is what happens, right? I'm playing. Whirlwind, summon Shura. Like, alright, good. You know, you go get Gale off the Whirlwind. Then you special summon Gale. You can use his effect to half something, whatever. You kill it with Shura. You go get Vayu. Then you put in damage with Gale and Vayu. Main phase 2. Synchro 7. For this guy. And then Vayu's effects are negated. So now what you're going to do is you're going to Synchro 8 for something like a Stardust. And then now both of these are in your grave. You're going to use Vayu's effect to remove them for this guy. And this is your board presence. You used a Whirlwind and a Shura to make this. Pretty much. Like, you used 2 cards to make this board. It's really good. This will protect him and your Whirlwind. He's really big. He's 2800. Hell, you could run Heliotrope and do stupid stuff too if you're really lame like that and you don't have any friends and you don't like being good at Yu-Gi-Oh! And whatever. But yes, you can do it. You can do that. You know, you could if you have no cards in hand, you could make the Void Ogre. You know, you can make Crimson Blader. I don't see what that's going to do for you. You can make Scrap Dragon if you want to pop the Whirlwind and pop something, or yeah, it's whatever. But that is the combo. That is why you run the Silverwind, is so you can do that play. But make sure I didn't put any my main deck cards on my side. That's so gay. Having to have the same sleeves, dude. That made me so mad. I had to buy. I went in there, bought a pack of sleeves. And then heard about this. And then they didn't have... I only had 60 sleeves. So I was like, crap, I'm going to go buy another pack. So I went to go buy another pack, and they didn't have any more of my colors. So I had to buy 3 packs of sleeves in one day. That pissed me off. That and just the fact that it caused me to get a game loss. And just... I mean, that was mostly my fault. But, I mean, it's... God, it's still ridiculous. Well, whatever. Thank you guys for watching, taking the time. If you like my profiles, you like my content, you know, you can like the videos, you can dislike them if you don't like them. If you really like my content, consider subscribing. It'd really help me out a lot. Shout out to Team Big Ol' Turd Dragon. They are connected to my YouTube channel. They don't upload, really, any at all. But, those are pretty much my teammates. So, you know, Dad for a Game, Justin Kite. You know, I'm not putting any of this in the description. But, you know, all these guys I went to regionals with, Dad for Game or Justin Kite, you know, Team Parrot Dragon, Rekindling for the win. What else we got? Shout out to Scotty. He's part of Team Parrot Dragon. I'm missing someone. I am missing someone. Oh, well, whatever. They'll get over it. Oh, yes. Team Normie and Cheese Omelet, which is Tyler Cox, Aaron Smith, Andrew Smelser. All these guys were at regionals. All these guys supported me. I supported them. We were all there with each other. You know, it was a good time, good experience. It was all the regionals in our local area, all in 1 month, pretty much. So we're gonna wait till the next set of regionals comes up. We're gonna go try again, possibly go to an ARG Circuit Series in Ohio. No promises on that though. But thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you in the next one.